The world is never going to be the same again.
I'm worried about the world.
The mass chaos and crises that there was in the world, it's going to be just like that now.
This is not an accident.
How long is it going to last? Longer than, even for those of you that have some cash in the bank, way past your cash reserves.
Out of 100 people, 4 will get the message.
This thing isn't going to be over in a few weeks. This thing isn't going to be over in a few months.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, today was a special day. Bitcoin Miami, over the past 2 days and leading into tomorrow, has been a sight to behold. And yes, I was in attendance. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to say is that so many crypto companies were in attendance and were leaking gems at their booth. So many powerful panelists were in attendance and were dropping gems during their panels. But in my personal opinion, the mic drop moment of Bitcoin 2022 was this speech right here. Billionaire Shark Tank investor Kevin OLeary absolutely let all of us know how rich we're all gonna get. Please take a listen.
When we get policy and the regulator regulates, that's not a negative thing. The spigots of capital are going to flood into this sector like you've never seen. And so for those of us that can invest in it now, you're getting ahead of what's going to be a huge wave of interest when policy occurs. I predict in the next 10 years that crypto, blockchain, Bitcoin, all of this innovation will be the 12th sector of the S&P. Now, why do I say that? Because Bitcoin is not a coin, it's software. Ethereum is software. Avalanche is software. Helium is software. Solana is software. It's all software. And the smartest hands over keyboards today in the world are developing on the chain and bringing innovation to financial services, which in the end is the largest sector on earth. Now, what we need is policy. We need government to catch up with us so that we don't lose leadership in America to this very important 12th sector of the economy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin OLeary just let all of you know trillions upon trillions of dollars are going to flood into the crypto space. He called crypto the 12th sector of the S&P. He let every single one of you know your wealth is guaranteed if you're patient, and the only people that complain in comment sections about current crypto prices are people that do not know or have the patience to become wealthy. It is so sad to see. And that is just the fact of the matter. Ladies and gentlemen, the exact phrase he used was spigots of money. I don't even know what the hell spigots mean, but it's my new favorite word. You better believe Kevin OLeary puts his money behind the highest quality investments, and everything he just named and more, wink wink, are high quality. Guys, I'm going to tell you all this right now. If that did not bring chills down your spine and give you the confidence to hold through anything and make you understand what it is you own, then I don't know what it is that can convince you. Stay the course, my friends. This is the 4th Industrial Revolution. You're in before regulations, and after regulations, they're going to be forced to flood tens of trillions of dollars into this market. It'll be unfathomable how much money we get. And we're going to deserve every single penny. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you guys see on the screen here is an important tweet by the Digital Pound Foundation. As the acceleration of central bank digital currencies accelerate, Ripple continues to be at the forefront. Ripple released a new 2-part series on the use of CBDCs for financial inclusion, which I highly recommend all of you look at. It's posted on my Twitter account for those of you that are interested. But the reason I'm pointing this out to all of you is to let everyone know Ripple has always been at the forefront for the next generation of the crypto space. You see, the current generation of crypto is illicit activities and mining, which everybody knows is not sustainable. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called crypto transformative in a wide-ranging speech, specifically addressing CBDC stablecoins and crypto regulations, not mining, not illicit activities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is misinformation that has been spread in the crypto space for a long time. Bitcoin's environmental impact will be brought up continuously, time and time again moving forward. Remember, Chris Larson talked about moving Bitcoin to proof of stake, and remember the maxis dug their heels in and said absolutely not. Now, remember what's going on with Russia and the concerns a lot of people have about them avoiding sanctions with crypto. These type of cryptos and these type of narratives exist. The reason I bring this up is because they're going to clamp down on the illicit activities in crypto. They're going to realize that crypto is not a place where you can launder money, sell drugs, and do a lot of illegal things. It's easier to track crypto than it is to track fiat. And especially with CBDCs, which Ripple is at the forefront of trying to do. This is why we're going to win. Because we're at the front lines of helping the central banks and the trillions upon trillions of dollars in the world get the system they want. Now guys, briefly, what I'm going to show all of you is a series of clips, one from Hester Pierce and another one from John Deaton, explaining how crypto cannot be used for illicit activities because you are going to get caught, and this is going to bring extreme mainstream adoption to the crypto space. Please take a listen.
Noticed is that because a blockchain does allow you to track transactions, it's not really a great way to do a lot of things. Like, it's not a great money laundering tool because people are able to track you.
As far as the FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt about criminal and illicit activities, the FBI, the CIA, they've all come out and said they hope that criminals use the blockchain. It's a public distributed ledger. You'd have to be a moron to engage your criminal enterprise on Bitcoin or any of these other cryptos.
Now, how do you lose your anonymity, your privacy, some of the things that crypto was built upon?
It turns out that Bitcoin is not anonymous as had initially been assumed. In fact, this is one good thing because it now turns out that Bitcoin is being used much less for illicit transactions than in its early, somewhat wilder West days. It turns out that if you use Bitcoin extensively or use it to acquire real goods or services, then it is possible, as we've seen from many examples, where the FBI has been able to uncover these transactions to connect digital identities to real identities.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys can see very clearly that they're saying crypto is not the best way to do illicit activities. So we can look at people like Senator Elizabeth Warren, who keeps propagating this misinformation with a stank face, and ask, why the hell are you lying? And why are you so hell-bent at trying to ban crypto? All important questions. But guys, this is going to be an important segue into the next clip I want to play all of you. Bank of America, they lifted the lid on a Ripple partnership. Now, yes, this was years ago, but the reason this is important is because I want to take you all down memory lane and remind all of you that Warren Buffett sold all his JP Morgan stocks, all his Goldman Sachs stocks, all his Wells Fargo stocks, but he doubled down on Bank of America, and I believe it's because of this partnership. Oh, and by the way, Bank of America is up quite a bit since that partnership got released to the public. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not think that is an accident. I think everywhere that Ripple goes, they bring positive price action I think everywhere Ripple goes, they allow and make sure that people succeed. They're solving real problems, and they are giving the government exactly what they want. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Janet Yellen talked about CBDCs. They want it. They also, in the EU, voted to impose KYC on private wallets. This is the world they're bringing us into. And ladies and gentlemen, do not forget it. Privacy will be compromised. You cannot be private in the new world. I'm not supporting it. I'm simply telling you exactly what's going to come. And ladies and gentlemen, it was discussed the other day by David Morgan what XRP's role in the future of finance is going to do. Please take a listen.
So do you think it's coincidence that we're now at the exact same moment seeing executive orders and mandates come out, and in it there is talk of a coming Federal Reserve digital dollar?
No, it's par for the course as far as I am concerned. I mean, how far along they are, I'm not certain. I have looked into this fairly deeply. There is some talk of going on the back of, let's say, an XRP or some other currency that's out there now that's functioning well and has been basically tested, and then putting a CBDC on top of that. That certainly could be achieved. And if it were, it could expedite how quickly this comes to the fore.
Good Lord, guys, I'm not even sure what to say. He mentioned XRP specifically could accelerate this entire process. It's been trialed and tested. We have all seen the documentation proving all of this. And now we're hearing that regurgitated from so many different sources, it's not even funny. I'm a big believer in a saying that goes, when rumors echo, they usually become reality. Right now, this XRP financial system is a rumor, but it's circulating so many different places, I bet you it will become reality. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to transition all of you into an important Fox Business clip where John Deaton was interviewed. John Deaton, in my opinion, is the real supreme leader of the XRP army, representing 66,000 retail investors in a case against the SEC. And in my opinion, he lays the hammer down to why the SEC is about to lose their grasp on the crypto space. Please take a listen.
I mean, there's unbridled excitement, and it just seems to be catching fire more and more each day, doesn't it?
It does, Charles. Thank you for having me. I think the excitement and the optimism actually stems from the lack of faith that we have in our government-controlled fiat system. When you think about it, Charles, what is fiat today? It's debt. The U.S. dollar I have in my pocket, there's a promise from the government that it's going to have a certain value. The same government that has printed 80% of all U.S. dollars in the world's existence in the last 2 years. And when you're in a faith-based system, that doesn't generate a lot of faith.
That's
and
true.
I think cryptocurrency is the alternative to that system.
So this week, the SEC chair said that crypto platforms should be registered and regulated like exchanges. Then this morning, I'm not sure if you saw the Janet Yellen testimony in Congress. It was nuts. All these lawmakers getting up and dragging crypto through the mud, associating it with Russia and criminal activities. I mean, it really does feel like they're going to do whatever they can to derail this thing. Can they achieve that?
They could try, but they're ultimately going to fail. Sounds like they're threatened, doesn't it? Gary Gensler has waged a war on crypto. All right, for example, he says that the crypto platforms, the Coinbases and the Krakens of the world, these digital exchanges, that they need to be regulated. They need to register with the SEC. But Charles, the only reason they would register with the SEC is if they were selling securities. When they go to Gary Gensler and say, hey, I've got 70, 80 tokens on my platform. We don't believe they're securities. Which one do you believe are securities? We'll take them off the platform. Gary Gensler's response is, we won't give you advice. You just need to come in and register anyways. That's not a system that works because he wants to allow vagueness. He doesn't want to give guidance because if he gives guidance, companies can comply. He wants to engage in this regulation by enforcement.
And guys, that is the important point presented by John Deaton. He wants to engage by regulation by enforcement. Gary Gensler wants regulation by enforcement. He wants the power over crypto. He can't give clarity. That would be what Brad Garlinghouse has been asking for years. We just want the guardrails to know what we can or can't do. Poor Library has been begging the SEC for years. What is it that we can do? Library has said they met with the SEC recently, actually, and they told them they'd do anything to have the same legal status as Ethereum. Pay every dollar back, burn all cryptos they own, let everyone go and dissolve the company entirely. And they literally just laughed in their faces. That is how corrupt the SEC is, and that is why Ripple taking a stance against them and actually annihilating them in this case is why the CFTC is getting involved. Ladies and gentlemen, I posted the other day that the SEC and Gary Gensler signaled they're about to lose this case, and it's because the SEC is looking to partner with the CFTC on crypto regulations. That is a 180-degree flip from just a couple months ago, and it's because backdoor developments have been occurring. See guys, Gary is going to get his way with a couple things. He's going to get to regulate crypto exchanges. But a lot of these cryptocurrencies will be deemed commodities. There will be plenty that are security tokens. But Gary is not going to have the same level of power he initially wanted. The Commodities Futures Trading Commission, hand in hand with the SEC, will regulate the crypto space, exchanges, and numerous other things. But the big thing I want all of you to take away is Kevin OLeary's message in the beginning of this video. After policy, a tidal wave, trillions upon trillions of dollars are going to come. And ladies and gentlemen, the tokens we're invested in only have a couple billion in there. This space will consolidate that money into the winners. XRP and all the other tokens we hold will be the future winners. We hold the correct answers, my friends. And that's why we're going to earn that generational wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, do not bend. Do not break. We persevere. We've been experiencing a healthy pullback over the last few days. And it's because we're about to get ready to launch. This is the Bearable Bull here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Yesterday, I stated that in my OnlyFans, down in the description below, I posted 2 high-quality hidden gem trades. And both of those tokens have been posted, in case you guys were curious. I believe Zilliqa-like moves are coming in the next couple weeks, and you don't want to miss them. Also understand that tomorrow I have a Q&A for my OnlyFans community at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss it. Now guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another video.